Hi guys, how's it going? It's Jack here. Today I've actually played the first heist, and as a result I've unlocked the first two locked vehicles, which are the Kuruma and the Kuruma Armoured. So as you can see on the screen right now, I'm in the regular Kuruma in a nice red, and I'll be going through both cars with full customization options. I hope you enjoyed the intro there. I had to make some space in my garage for these two new cars, so I actually had to get rid of the Massacro and the Ferrari GT, which in fairness are probably the two weakest sports cars, but I thought I'd have to get rid of them. So one thing before we start is on the Kuruma, as you can see when I go in now, there are some lights on the roof for the brakes, so that looks quite cool. I think that's the first car in the game to have that actually. It's like lights attached to the roof. They're only small, but it's a nice feature. So these cars are actually fully upgraded. I've already recorded the footage, so here we go. First off, for the physical changes, we have the bumpers, and here we are cycling through them. So we have the different colours, and then we have a carbon one as well. Next up we have the exhaust. Here we have the 4 different types, obviously the stock one and 3 others. I actually tried to get the camera to see the stock ones. It's actually 2 twin exhausts, so 2 on each side, and I end up going with the oval ones because I think they're most stealthy. So lights, here it looks like with the stock and the xenon lights, it looks the same on all cars really. And I actually go for a neon red on the front, sides and back. I went with red because there is no black, and red was the only one that would look sort of appropriate. So here we are cycling through all of the colours, just so you can see what it looks like. And the reason why I chose red for the main colour is because obviously this car looks very similar to the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10, and a lot of the promotional stuff they did was in red, so I thought I'd do it in red. It looks quite nice in red, so I took it in that. So secondary colour is actually the colour of the roll cage, which I'll show you right now. So there it is, you can see it in white, blue, all the different colours, red there, orange. I kept it black because it keeps the stealthiness, so red and black looks quite nice. And here we have the roll cage and chassis upgrade, so you get the bucket seats and a roll cage of course. So the sell value, this is fully upgraded, it's 238,000. So that's not too bad considering the sell price, like you buy it for, is 95,000. But you do spend a lot on upgrades, so you probably spend more on upgrades than you get back. But you know, it's not too bad if you want to sell it on. Here we have the side skirts, all in different colours, and obviously carbon as well. Spoilers, we have lots of choice. We have the stock one, then we have the stock spoiler with a different colour, carbon, and then we have colour coded, and then a secondary type of carbon, and the massive GT wing. I went with the secondary carbon one because it looks most nice in my opinion. Suspension is not a huge difference, but it's already quite a low sports car anyway, so you wouldn't really be expecting a massive change. The wheels are actually in the sports class, and I just showed the wheels here. So there they are in chrome actually, but they cost $82,000. So I wasn't really prepared to buy those, so I got them in the regular version in black. So that's just a comparison between stock and the ones that I've got. And then I tried to find them in SUVs as well, because they do have the same name, but they're actually a different type of wheel. Because obviously, as you can see there, they're actually quite small rims. So I thought I'd try and beef up the size by taking them from SUV, but clearly that didn't work. So I'll show you them in red as well, but I prefer them in black. Custom and bulletproof tyres of course, and then red tyre smoke. And finally we have the limo window tint. So that's the difference in the tints of the windows. And yeah, this is the Karin Kuruma, it's in the sports class, 4-door car, and the armoured one is the one you use for the first heist, the fleeker job. So I'll just shut up for a minute so you can hear the engine roar. So you could kind of see it when it did that 360 before. This is actually a 4-wheel drive car, but it's not one of the sort of rally 4-wheel drive cars that you buy. So it's not one that you would necessarily pick first to go up a mountain like you would with a Sultan, because they're obviously sort of rally cars. Next up we have the Karin Kuruma Armoured. This one is obviously all matte black to start off with. They're both fully upgraded obviously because I've already upgraded them, but I show you just the first person view here just to see how much there actually is you can look out of. It's really not much. The slits in the front, they're really hard to see out of in first person, so I recommend doing the first heist in third person just to kind of get used to the feel of heist, and also because it's really hard to see out the front in first person. So here we have the Kuruma. This is obviously fully upgraded already, so I'll just shut for a minute so you can hear it. So it's actually missing the brake lights on the roof that are on the Kuruma regular one. So this is obviously still in the sports class. I'm actually surprised you could upgrade this, because I thought there'd be a civilian one which you could upgrade, and then this one would be a Pegasus vehicle if it was even in free mode at all. One thing to note is that there's no armour upgrade for this, so that's quite good to know. Won't be spending 50,000 on armour because it's already decked out with armour to the max. Same upgrades as the other Kuruma, so you have the 4 bumpers at the front. Engine upgrades, obviously there's nothing to see there. I just cycle through them. Exhaust, obviously it's exactly the same options. I should have actually chose the oval one here, but for some reason I didn't. Lights, I didn't have the xenon lights fitted for some reason, which is quite strange. And I didn't go for a neon on this one because I thought to keep the stealth look I'd not have one, because you know, applying neons is kind of just ruining the effect of stealth. It's kind of the exact opposite really. But I did change the number plate to black and yellow just because it's mostly a black car anyway, so I thought why not make the number plate black, otherwise it just stands out. Here it is in different colours, but I didn't really think it suited any of these colours because the armour was still black, until I realised you could actually change the colour of the armour with the secondary colour. So that's quite cool. If you want to make some wacky combinations, you can definitely do that, because a lot of the car is armour. So some cars it's just like the roll cage and the roof maybe that are secondary colour, but obviously this car has got a lot of armour on it, so you can change the colour quite a lot on this. Here we have the side skirts, same options as the regular Kuruma, so we have the 3 street skirts and 3 other ones, and obviously the same 6 spoilers. I ended up going with the same wing because I didn't think that the GT wing was appropriate. It's a bit too flamboyant. I ended up going with the same wheels as the other Kuruma because, you know, I thought these are the most stealthy and the most original to the car itself. I could have gone with the ones that are on the FIB Buffalo, but I decided not to because these are the ones that are on the Kuruma normally. Windows, finally we see the we don't actually see the tint again actually. And here we are, I'm about to do some donuts here. Revving the engine, and then we get into them here. It's actually quite a short car, so it drifts, well, it doesn't actually drift as well as you'd think it would for a short car, probably because it's 4-wheel drive, so it doesn't drift very well, but it's not too bad. It's actually really short, so quite a small compact car. I'll just be quiet again just so you can get more of a feel of the And that's it for today's video, guys. We've done the Karin Kuruma and the Karin Kuruma Armoured. What am I talking about? Armoured. And this is these are the first two vehicles that you unlock after completing the first heist, which is the Fleecer job. Here we have the two side by side. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.